So it's no secret that I'm quite a big Borderlands fan, and guys, we are just 69 days away from the release of Borderlands 4. Nice. And so I thought, to commemorate this exciting time while waiting for Borderlands 4 to come out, I'm gonna try and kill a raid boss every single day until Borderlands 4 comes out. So this is another day of killing one raid boss a day until Borderlands 4 releases. Let's get into it. And we are back in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands today, and I kind of forgot my guy looks like this. What an absolute specimen. Okay, anyway, we're gonna fight a raid boss today. Now, the raid bosses in Wonderlands are actually pretty good, even though Wonderlands might be, let's say, the least popular of all of the Borderlands games that have come so far. It is a spin-off title, and so I feel like it is worth including in our raid boss killing spree, as it were. So yeah, we are in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands today, and we're going to be fighting one of the hidden raid bosses. Now, these raid bosses are only accessible via the Chaos Chambers. Yes, boo, Chaos Chambers. Nobody likes them. They suck, but they are what they are, and the actual raid bosses that you fight are pretty cool. So yeah, they are well worth doing. But since they are Chaos Chamber only, they are only accessible once you have beaten the main story and have access to the castle at the back of Brighttooth. So we're going to head all the way up through Main Square into the castle and talk to the Dragon Lord. And now I am only at Chaos level 20 because I just cannot bring myself to grind 100 levels of the Chaos Chamber. So we are just going to be heading in at Chaos level 20. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and talk to the Dragon Lord and enter into a dungeon run. Now, it doesn't really matter which run, so we're just going to go ahead and spawn into a normal run. But the way that these raid bosses work is throughout one of the levels, you will find a small glowing symbol on the wall. There are 3 of them in total. One of them is green, one is yellow, and one is blue. And if you find this glowing symbol on the wall, you need to just complete a small little puzzle. And then once you've fought the final boss in the Chaos Chamber, you will have a new portal that opens for you so that you can go ahead and fight one of the raid bosses. So let's go ahead and work our way through this Chaos Chamber and hopefully find one of these glyphs somewhere hidden throughout the place. So yeah. And I think I have literally just seen the glyph at the other end here. Yeah. So here we go. We have the green glyph. It is glowing nicely here, and we're going to activate this. It's going to spew out a little green projectile for us to follow, which is going to spawn a little mushroom. And once we complete this little puzzle, we will have access to the raid boss at the end. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on the mushroom to activate it. And then you can see the puzzle is not the most complex thing in the world. We got to shoot the glowing one first and then shoot the other ones afterwards. I think there's 3 waves of this. So this is the second one. There we go. And the third one. Ooh, 5 this time. How are we ever going to cope? There we go. Now that should be all completed. There we go. We get a big old glyph explosion, and that means that we have the raid boss sort of locked in for the end of our run. So now it's just a case of progressing through the entirety of the Chaos Chamber. What do we want here? Let's go for this one. Hello, treasure goblin. Anything for me? Nope. Okay, so we have finally made it to the regular boss arena. So let's head on down and take out the regular boss. Grab our ammo and health, might as well. And let's go on in and fight Zomboss. Okay, Zomboss is not a bad boss. Should hopefully be able to take this guy out relatively easily. There you go. Goodbye, Zomboss. It's only a matter of time for you. There we go. Okay, so now Zomboss is taken out. You can see here that we are going to get 2 portals to spawn instead of 1. This is the end portal. The yellow portal takes us to the end where we can get all of our loot. Or we now have access to the secret red portal, which is going to take us through to a specific raid boss. So let's head on through. Now we're going to get teleported over to the Maker, where she's going to yell at us a little bit for being upset. And then she's going to drop us down to fight our designated raid boss.
to the brains who don't appreciate my brilliance. For your insolence, sentence your butts to super death.
Here we go. So we've been teleported down to fight Barkenstein, the Keeper of Nature. Now, I will quickly go over my build. I am playing a Stabbermancer and Spellweaver sort of build. I won't jump in too in depth, but those are the two that I'm playing, and the look at the skill tree is here, as you can see. And for my weapons and stuff, I'm probably going to flip between, but personally, I'm a big fan of the Hurricane, good old Doom Easter egg with Rip and Tear. I do like the Spite of the Peak for a little bit of healing as well. I might swap out for possibly this weapon as well, because it's pretty good. The good old Shrek Easter egg as well. Plenty of Easter eggs in this game. And of course the Spell Blade, because we are Spell Shot. And we have a bunch of stuff boosting gun and spell damage, as well as a amalgam of the Furious Assault, which is going to give us Spell Shot and Stabbermancer damage as well. The Body Rune, giving us HP and fire damage for a duration. And the most important thing is the Buff Meister, which is going to buff pretty much everything about us every time we use our spell. So, without further ado, let's get into this raid boss.
Oh, hello! This is my monster. I named him Barkenstein, and now he's gonna eat your face!
Barkenstein, good old Barkenstein. Okay, not bad damage, although I'm probably going to use this a little bit more, because I think this is probably going to be our best source of damage. Keep up the spell boost as much as we possibly can, because the Buffmeister is just crazy strong. And try and burn this guy down as much as possible with the fire damage here. When I get my action skill, it should, hopefully, melt through this guy pretty nicely with our guaranteed crits. So yeah, decent damage against this guy. Pretty good. He is definitely not the easiest raid boss. He is probably one of the more annoying ones in Wonderlands of the secret raid bosses. But I do like the way that raid bosses are done in this game. For all of its flaws and all of the things that were bad about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, the raid bosses were not one of them. The raid bosses are some of the most enjoyable content in the game. The trouble with them is that they are locked behind Chaos Chamber fights, which obviously sucks. So yeah. We'll do a little bit of damage to this guy. Now, because we have the Buffmeister up and that, we have so much strafe speed that this guy is going to have quite a hard time hitting us, along with our permanent invisibility when our action skill is up. But this guy can really be a butt. You can see we knocked him out of his face. This guy can really be a butt if you fight him with kind of underprepared. He, yeah, is definitely very difficult to take down. But we come into these fights prepared with OP guns and OP builds to hopefully make these raid bosses not, you know, 30-hour endeavors. And because I'm fighting the majority of these raid bosses solo, I, yeah, want to hopefully try and not die as much as possible. Although, one different thing about the raid bosses in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is the fact that if you die, you don't actually get kicked out. You can actually just load back into the raid boss and kind of keep fighting him as much as you want, it seems. I've never died, you know, too many times, but I think I died against this guy 3 times, maybe 4 times one time. And his health stays, you know, in its lower state, and also you can just go in and try him as many times as you want. So yeah, it's definitely kind of interesting, but oh Jesus, we actually might die. Okay, hopefully should be able to get up here. There we go. I should catch us with some of his big AoE damage, but we're able to take him down. Goodbye, Barkenstein. It's been fun. Hello, Maker. I'm sorry, give me some loot. So yeah, after the fight, Tina, I mean the Maker, will spit us out a bunch of loot, and sometimes you do get legendaries from this as well, so we'll see. Nope, unfortunately we didn't get legendary, but she drops us a load of crystals, and then we can head through normally to the end portal and grab all of our loot from the bunnies. So yeah, we can, you know, grab our loot from these guys. I don't really want anything, but we'll get them to spell some legendaries regardless, because it is a weird animation, but I do kind of like it. Way, legendaries. Drink, little bunny, drink. Is there anything else on it? Wow, that was a lot of legendaries. Nice. We've got a, okay, yeah, not a bad gun. What else do we have down here? Reign of the Warlock. What is that? So many things I can't see anything. Was that Khan of the Depths, was it? Khan of the Murky Depths, yeah. And a great bow, very cool. Yeah. Bunch of legendaries and purples and blues and all that sort of cool stuff. But yes, that is it. Let's loot our chest and head on out of here, because that is another day and another raid boss completed. Hey, what do we have here? Crushing Depths. And we did get a class item there. There it is. Starving Monster Spore Warden. No good for me. Yep, that is another day, another raid boss. Thanks very much for joining in. And yeah, that'll probably about do it for today. We will go ahead and jump back into Tiny Tina's next time round to fight another of these hidden raid bosses, since we have completed all the raid bosses in all of the other games, so we might as well continue through to this one, and then we'll do some more fun and interesting raid boss kills later on. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And let me know if there's any particular raid boss that you want me to fight, or any specific way that you want me to try and kill a raid boss. And I will try my best to do so. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.